whenever the Antichrist is making moves and major things are happening in this world, he will always implement pawns to distract the masses from what is going on. Why do you think on a chessboard there are 16 pawns? Because the king is far in the back with the queen, making plans while the pawns are sacrificed. You see, that king represents the beast. It represents the god of this world. It represents the Antichrist. The queen represents that harlot that rides upon the beast. And the one operating the board is the dragon above them. So I needed to let you know that this really doesn't have too much to do with Kanye West, but rather to break down his life as an example of how people are victimized at an early age and fragmented through trauma and used as mind control to push the Antichrist agenda across the earth.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about, yet that they have been doing mind control on me. You know, don't do this, don't do that. You do this, we do that. You do this, we do that. Like, you know, this guy Kanye West was saying in his previous video, right, where I uploaded there, he said that, oh, all they do is monetize and traumatize. So who's really getting money out of all these gang stalking and all these street theater that they do via mails and emails and YouTube comments and everywhere, you know, these gang stalking and all these. It's these people who get paid to do all this. They are, you know, just like for example, how Ria was sent in Sushant's life. He was a handler. It's the same thing. I have had handlers in my life, or there are many other strangers who just show up and they're part of the handlers, and yet there are many other NPCs, like I said, who are mind controlled by already these implants or etheric implants, or it means the witchcraft, where they will say something that they will not even remember that they said something, and they will immediately turn away that, oh, I never said something like this. And this is exactly what was shown in the Illuminati Netflix show. It's called The Unlisted, where the Indian twin boys, one of them gets 2 implants, the other does not get any implant. So whoever has the implant, whenever somebody triggers the switch, they will first turn into robots, and then they are given some orders. So either they follow the orders to either run fast or pick the heavy objects, or have low apathy level, or have high anger in you, have higher all the trigger points in you, you know. So he will start to get anger, or he will have this less empathy towards other people, towards his own brother. Then he will say something that once, you know, he comes out of that that trance mode, because somebody said, I hit the trigger for 5 seconds, or say for 10 seconds, and the person said something which I did like a induced speech. So the person said something, then I remove that switch, so the person is normal again. And the brother who is standing next to him, he asks about the thing that you just said there, what the heck was all that about? And the brother goes, oh, I never said anything like that. He doesn't even remember the thing that he said like 10 seconds ago. That is, I've seen so many strangers speak all these weird things, you know, to me, that I'm like, how the heck he knows, how the heck she knows, just to synchronize and super interrogate and to dictate and all that purpose. And then the same thing is being spoken by IntoWorlds.net girl. She's a girl, she's probably living in Florida, and she was being targeted like this for so many years, probably since 2011, 12, 13, with all the same kind of symptoms that was given to me. Well, so it's basically that everything is coming from Lucifer. It has nothing to do with Jesus Christ.
With that being said, let us continue.
sold my soul to the devil.
Oh, well, now this guy is saying I sold my soul to the devil. So this is what's going on. These people, when they are doing their alien UFO agenda, when they want to round up the star kids, as said by Dr. Richard Boylan, right? That they want to, Richard Boylan, I've shown this so many times, that they want to round up the stars kids because we are the threat to the cabal, and the cabal is nothing but, see, StarSeeds adult inside US national security agencies are outfoxing starseed adults, so it's like us. We are outfoxing those who resist change and public disclosure about visiting star people. Rarely do starseeds and starkids get an inside glimpse at how the cabal make use of the secrecy and classification within military and intelligence units to exploit government units to do their work. Recently, I've been contacted by Green Beret Colonel who worked for the National Security Agency, NSA. He now wants to whistleblow on what he was ordered to do. So this NSA, towards the end of the period, Colonel Shadow was in charge of 53-man training platoon at Area 51 made up of super elite special forces, and their mission was labeled as Operation Stargazer. And so the training took place in the Area 51 S4 complex in Nevada, concentrated on counter operations in urban settings, specialized in dealing with situations involving star visitors in close proximity, how to deal with incoming telepathic communication, mental imagery sending. So mental imagery sending, they are sending me mental images. That is nothing but virtual reality dream, virtual thoughts, or induced thoughts, induced dreams. That is what that is. Mental imagery sending and mental clocking by the visitors of their actual appearance. The training also involved function and use of advanced weapons that subdue, immobilize, or terminate star visitors. So, like I said, they use weapons, okay? And the name of those advanced weapons is directed energy weapons. That so many CIA, FBI, NSA, all these people have spoken about so many times. Directed energy weapons, psychotronic weapons, psychic force, all of this, okay? So the training also encompassed dealing with starseed adults and even star kids who have double handful of psychic and other paranormal abilities. Task force training involved how to evade, confuse, and disassemble so as to throw off the star kid seeds reading of the special force operative, and how to counter their psychic abilities with countervailing psychic force or psychotronic or other directed energy weapon devices, how to break them and super interrogate them, right? So they are just super interrogating. How they are breaking me by constant humiliation, right? It's nothing. You do this, you do that. Oh, you don't do this, you don't do that. Because see, when I tell somebody, right? Oh, you don't do this, you don't do. You do like this and you do like that. It means I'm continuously trying to find fault within that person and trying to continuously show to that person that you don't know how to do things right. So I'm here to show you how the things are done. So that is called humiliation and torture. That is exactly what Montauk.net guy was talking in his alien agenda, that these aliens require all this thick energy force from the targeted individual or the star seeds, and that comes from this humiliation, pain, torture, fear, anger. And now they have started to give me shooting needle pain here in the right side of my abdomen, because that is what they want to probably say. They want to make it sure, like I just said that they need this thick energy of they need the thick energy of from the targeted individuals or star seeds, because we have this source consciousness. And why they did the shooting needle pin? Because see, right now, if I'll tell you why they did why they did this shooting needle pain, because now they are doing super interrogation, I'm sure. See, everything is going on in real time, because I just got a message from my own family members, and all that it was written sweetie pie. So obviously they are not telling me. I know they are talking about my niece, but they wanted to make either issue that, oh, they are not telling you. I know that they are not telling me. But just even for that, they will start giving me shooting needle pain in the right side of my abdomen. Because when they did, just before that, that is the message showed up. So now you know that not only they are doing directed energy weapons right in front of you, or it could be just simple voodoo that this montalk.net guy talks about, that we have etheric implants and then we can do all the kind of targeting and torture, right? Now why? At more exotic level, the training includes psychological instruction in how not to be attracted to or drawn in by these star kids, and how to try to win them over to join the group that puts on this training. The colonel said that there was more training involved, but felt he has said enough with this. The broad implications of the training, like Task Force Whitetail, is that the cabal foresees and is actively planning for the day when the UFO cover up falters, and it is necessary to round up starseeds who could cause the cabal trouble, and to interdict any and subdue any star visitors who are on the ground. So they are telling that we are the threat to the cabal, we are the threat to the UFO cover up, and UFO and aliens are nothing but jinn and demons and fallen angels. So basically Lucifer. And so we are threat to directly to their Raka, Lucifer. Okay. So that is why, just, this is like the real-time super interrogation that they did. And so many times I've recorded the video where they do all these twitches, and in real time they give all the confirmations that, oh, see, yeah, that's correct, we do this and we do that. They even give confirmation. And then if you go a little bit further down, then they also talk about this clandestine nights project and Army Delta Navy Special Warfare Development Group, formerly SEAL, Team 6 and 8, Air Force Spec Ops Squadrons, Marine Corps. Sting has learned that the clandestine night is an experiment closely watched by the Pentagon. So all these Operation Stargaze, everything is coming basically from that Pentagon in Washington. And that is exactly what Zeitgeist 2025, Dr. Thomas Horn's book, Zeitgeist 2025, he says that entire Washington DC is based on upside down pentagram or broken pentagram, which is used in witchcraft. Washington Monument is that obelisk or the male organ of Osiris. And inside the dome of Washington DC, they have all these 72 Freemasonic portals or gates or pentagrams that these Freemasons invoke. And that is what Bush did to invoke the spirit of chaos through whirlwind of storm and, guiding the whirlwind of storm and, when he was facing the obelisk. So I'm sure that while they do witchcraft, they are invoking all these spirits, because we know Bush is into skull and bones. And what is skull and bones? It is telling you right in your face that it's the witchcraft that they do, where they do all these human sacrifices. They tell you right in your face, skulls and bones. So yeah, this is what's going on. So when they try to super interrogate, you see how much are they getting exposed? Yesterday, the cabal cleaned out a bank account the colonel maintained abroad and ran up many tens of thousands of dollars on the colonel's credit card number. And that is the another thing they've done to me. They went after my one bank to second bank to third bank. to my DMV, to my cell phone account, continuously framing me, continuously hacking my accounts, and just framing me from one thing to the other, marring my credit card reports. They had me go to police stations, they had me go to treasury departments. All that BS was going on just for their what purpose? Same thing. Oh, same super interrogation purpose. That's it. And of course, trying to subdue me, trying to break me. You see? Same thing for same reason. All this BS was going on. Okay. Oh, and like the guy in my previous video of Kanye West that I showed, how there was this guy talking about MK Ultra program where they are trying to make super soldiers, right? Even this guy, Dr. Richard Boylan, even he talks about, where did it go? Yeah, here. I told Sting that the Pentagon is moving ahead with its dream of developing the super soldier. What they may not realize is that the super soldier is not going to follow deceptive or immoral orders. Okay? That was the other thing I'd heard from another targeted individual, that these people are trying to create super soldiers. Also important to note, I told Sting, is that the Cabal are going to derive pointers from this experiment, that it is important to keep starseeds in the dark as long as possible about their actual identity and advanced potentials. And now, who talks about this actual identity and advanced potentials? Now they're giving me electric shock on the right side of, not brain, but right above my ears. It's in the head, but in that area above my right ear, in that head area. So they just give now. So who opens up this actual identity and advanced potentials of starseeds? People like Darlington Moses, who has come up with a book called Targeting of Starseeds. That's his book. The second person who opens up all these advanced potentials and actual identity of starseeds is Tanuj Sudan guy. He talks a lot about matrix, simulation, chosen ones, starseeds, all of that. Then I've seen so many videos about starseeds and chosen ones on YouTube that is made by these very Illuminati people. So they always say, oh yeah, you got the pure light in the spiritual realm. You got all this power and you have this and you have that. Basically, that is why the aliens are trying to leech out so much of my energy by this continuous torture and physical torture and super interrogation program. So as Kanye West said, they traumatize, they monetize, they do mind control, they do all these torture programs, they have handlers, they do all this kind of stuff. Because ultimately they are working for Lucifer and they want to bring in the Antichrist, probably who's coming in 2033 or who knows, 2025, whenever he comes. But they are preparing ground for that Antichrist and their New World Order, their fake alien attack that they are going to do, their EMP attacks, all of this that will come in near future. It's all coming.